Hello friends and my dear students, I welcome you all to my channel. I hope you are all well and your studies are also going on well. So this is part 3 video on the chapter of operations on algebraic expressions, where I will discuss about how do we do division of two algebraic expressions or two polynomials. This video is part of the playlist CBSE Maths for class 8 following the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. If you have not watched the previous part 1 and part 2 of this chapter, I highly suggest that you please watch them to maintain the continuity of your study on this chapter. If you are new to my channel, or if you are not yet subscribed, and if you are watching my videos regularly and my videos are beneficial to you, then I strongly suggest and request that you please support me by subscribing to my channel, and also please do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. So let's get started with this video. Okay, so I have my quick notes on the left hand side regarding the division of algebraic expressions. I hope the fonts are big enough and you can see the notes properly. Also the PDF of these notes will be provided in the description below. Okay, so this is about division of two algebraic expressions. And before we understand how do we divide two algebraic expressions, now an algebraic expression is also known as a polynomial. Where what is a polynomial? A polynomial is a collection of terms connected by addition or subtraction, where each term, where the powers of the variables in each term is a non-negative number, that is a non-negative integer, that is it can be the powers are either 0 or natural numbers. Okay, so first we need to understand how do we divide a monomial by a how do we do division of two monomials. Okay, so in the notes, as you can see, the general format of a term is like k, where k is a constant, a numerical constant, and some variables, some product of some variables, where the variables are having some powers. Let's say I have a cube. I'm taking an example, b square and c. Now the k is a constant. K will be a constant. Let's say some concrete example. Let's say -2. So this is a monomial. So so let's say we are doing, this is a monomial, and we have to divide this monomial by another monomial. Let's say the monomial is a, b and c. So how do we do the division? We first we know that a monomial or a term has two major parts. That is a coefficient. The coefficient for the first term, the coefficient is -2. For the second term, the coefficient is 1/3, and we have the algebraic factor or the literal factor. For the first term, the literal factor is a cube b square c, and for the second term, the literal factor is literal coefficient. I'm very sorry. The literal coefficient of the first term is a cube b square c, and the literal coefficient of the second term is abc. So how do we do the division? We first divide. We do the division between the numerical coefficients, that is -2 divided by 1/3. This becomes the numerical coefficient of the result. Now we divide the literal coefficients, that is a cube b square c divided by a b c. So now if we simplify, this becomes -6, and we have a cube b square c divided by a b c. Now using the laws of exponents, you can group the similar factors. By similar factors means factors having the same literal, that is I will group the powers of a, and I will group the powers of b, and finally I will group the powers of c. So this now becomes equal to -6 a square. Using the laws of exponents, this will become a square b using the laws of exponents, x to the power m divided by x to the power n is equal to x to the power m minus n. So the result is minus 6a square b. I hope you got the idea how do we divide a monomial by another monomial. Okay. Now let's see how do we divide. How do we divide? How do we divide a polynomial by a monomial? So let's say, so this was number 1. This was number 1, monomial divided by another monomial. Okay, let's understand how do we do a polynomial. How do we divide a polynomial by a monomial? So let's take an example. Let's say we have minus a polynomial minus x cube y plus y square x plus y square x minus, let's say, minus x y. So this is a polynomial. We want to divide this polynomial by the monomial, let's say, minus xy. Minus xy is a monomial. How do we do this? We simply divide all the terms of the polynomial by the monomial and add the terms. So this will be the first term. The first term of the polynomial is minus 6 x cube y. We divide that by the monomial, that is minus xy, and then we add. We divide all the terms of the polynomial and then add the results. So this will be y square x divided by minus xy, and finally minus xy divided by xy minus xy. Now remember that in the polynomial the terms are minus 6 x cube y, then y square x, and then minus xy. Okay, so now if you simplify, this becomes 6 into x cube by x multiplied by y, and then we have plus, since the denominator is negative, it will become negative, and then we have x by x multiplied by, we are grouping the powers of similar literals, and then we will have x by x multiplied by y. So now we have to use the laws of exponents and simplify. So this becomes 6x square minus y and plus 1. So this is the result. So this is how we do we divide a polynomial by a monomial. Now let's understand how do we do. So in the quick notes you will have some examples. I am not going through the examples given in the quick notes. You can check them out from the description below. A PDF link of this quick notes will be there. Now let's understand how do we do polynomial divided by a polynomial. How do we divide a polynomial by a polynomial? But before that, we need to understand some properties of a polynomial and terms. Now, what is a degree of a term? We need to understand what is a degree of a term of a polynomial. Degree of a term of a polynomial is the sum of the powers of the variables present in the term. So let's say I have a term x cube minus x cube y and z. and z. So its degree will be the power of x is cube 3, the power of y is 1, and the power of z is 1. So this is equal to 5. So the degree of this term x cube minus x cube y z is 5. Similarly, 2x square y, the degree of this term is the sum of the powers of the variables. The power of the variable x is 2 and the power of the variable y is 1. So the degree becomes 3. Let's take another example. Let's say a b c cube. So degree becomes the power of the variable a is 1, the power of the variable b is 1, and the power of the variable 3 is c is 3. So this becomes 5. So this is how we find the degree of a term. Now what is degree of a polynomial? Where a polynomial is a addition of sum of multiple terms. Degree of a polynomial. Degree of a polynomial is you find the degree of all the terms in a polynomial, and the highest degree of all the terms in a polynomial is the degree of the polynomial. So let's say we have a polynomial, let's say minus 4 x square plus y x minus z cube. What will be the degree of this polynomial? So we have three terms. The terms are minus 4x square. I am in short, okay, so degree of this is the power of the variable x, that is 2. And we have the term yx, the degree is the sum of the power of the variable x and y. So 1 plus 1, this is also 2, degree is 2, and the degree of the term minus z cube, it has only one variable and the power is 3, so degree is 3. So we can see the maximum degree of the term is 3. So this will imply this polynomial has degree equals to 3. So this is a degree of a polynomial, that is the highest power of all the terms in the polynomial. Okay, now this concept, degree of a polynomial, will be used in finding the division of two polynomials using the long division method. So we will use the long division method to find the division of two polynomials. So I will take a concrete example. Let me refer a book and take a concrete example to find the. I will take an example from the book RS Aggarwal, some example problem to understand the concept of how do we divide two polynomials using the long division method. Okay, let's say we have to do do the division of let's say minus 6x square plus 29x and minus 28. This polynomial we have to divide by the polynomial 3x minus 4. Now, so this is the divisor, this is the dividend, which in the notes is referred as A, and this is the divisor. So here the divisor is a binomial and the dividend is a trinomial. It has three terms. Now the first step, okay, so the first step is that you have to arrange both the dividend and the divisor. Arrange the terms of both the dividend and the divisor in descending order of their degrees. So what does it mean? So I have to arrange the polynomial, or I have to arrange all the terms. I have to rewrite the polynomial, that is the dividend, by so that by rearranging its terms in descending order of the degrees. That will mean that I will write all the terms so that the term with the highest degree will come first, and then the terms with the subsequent lower degrees will come. So this polynomial, as you can see, is already arranged in ascending order of the degrees of the terms. So this will so for this polynomial nothing need to be done. And also you can see the divisor, for the divisor, the terms 3x minus 4, all the terms are arranged in descending order of their degree. Okay, because the degree of the term 3x is 1 and the degree of the term minus 4 is 0. Okay, so the first step is always to arrange the terms of the dividend and divisor in descending order of their degrees. Okay, now so this step we don't need it. Okay, now that was step number 1. Now step number 2 is we find the first term of the quotient by dividing the first term of the dividend by first term of the divisor. So in this case, the first term of the dividend is minus 6x square, and I will divide that by the first term of the divisor, that is 3x. That is 3x, and this becomes minus 2x. So minus 2x becomes the first term of the quotient. First term of the quotient. So now if we do the long division method, we have the dividend minus 6x square plus 29x minus 28. Now we have found that the first term of the quotient is minus 2x. How do we know it is minus 2x? By dividing the first term of the dividend, which is minus 6x square, by the first term of the divisor, that is 3x. So we have here minus 2x. Okay, now we will multiply this first term of the question minus 2x with the divisor. You can do it, if you can do it orally, that is fine, but you can also roughly find it. That is, we have to find 3x minus 4 multiplied by minus 2x. This is equal to, you will see, minus 6x square and plus 8x. So you will write the multiplication, the product of the first term of the question minus 2x and the divisor below the dividend. So this is minus 6x square plus 8x. Preferably you will write all the terms, all the similar terms of the product below the similar terms of the dividend. Now you have to subtract this. That is, you have to subtract the product of the first term of the quotient and the divisor from the dividend. Now the product was minus 6x square plus 8x. You have to subtract this. So when you subtract, the sign will change. So minus 6x square, its sign will change from minus to plus, and plus 8x, its sign will change from plus to minus. So you have, when you do the subtraction, you will see minus plus 6x square and minus 6x square will cancel out, and you will have 29x minus 8x, which is 21x. So the remainder becomes 21x, and then you bring down the next term. You bring down the next term from the dividend, which is minus 28, and you have minus 28. So the now 21x minus 28 becomes the new dividend. It will become the new dividend. So now you have to again now divide 21x minus 28 by the divisor. So you are now doing 21x minus 28 divided by 3x minus 4. Again, the next term of the question, will be the first term of the dividend, that is 21x, divided by the first term of the divisor, that is 3x. This is equal to 7. And this 7 will get added to the quotient. And we will have, let me, instead of rewriting everything, I will try to copy paste. So now, we are we are proceeding with the long division method. Now it becomes we have to add 7 to the quotient, and then we have to find the product of 7 and divide the divisor and subtract that from the dividend. So you can, as a side note, you can find the product of the divisor and 7. This is equal to 21x minus 28. So this has to be subtracted from the dividend, where the dividend, current dividend is 21x minus 28. So the product was 21x minus 28. You have to subtract. Now the sign will change. 21x, the sign was positive, it will become negative, and minus 28, its sign will change, it will become positive. So as you can see, 21x and minus 21x will cancel out. Also minus 28 and 28 will cancel out, and the remainder will be 0. The remainder 0 is indicated by the cross sign. So the long division method ended, and we can say the quotient is minus 2x plus 7, and hence we can say that minus 6x square plus 29x minus 28 divided by 3x minus 4 is equal to minus 2x plus 7. Minus 2x plus 7. (21x7). Okay. Let's see another example. I will take example from the sample example solved from the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. Let's take another example. Okay, let's take, let's say we have to divide let's see, okay, let's say we have to divide so dividend is 7 plus 15x minus 13x square plus 5x cube. This is the dividend, and the divisor is 4 minus 3x plus x square plus x square. Now the one thing to note is that in the long division method, if the remainder, the long division method will end when in two cases. If the remainder becomes 0, then the long division ends, or else if we have a remainder where the degree of the remainder is less than the degree of the divisor, then also the long division method will end. Okay, let's see how do we do this division. So as you can see that the dividend, both the dividend and the divisor are not arranged in descending order of the degree of the terms. So let's first, if I want to arrange after arranging the dividend and the divisor in descending order of the degree of the terms, it becomes 5x cube minus 13 x square plus 15x plus 7 divided by x square minus 3x and plus 4. Okay. So now we have to first find the first term of the question. First term of the question will be obtained by dividing the first term of the dividend and the first term of the divisor. So 5x cube divided by x square is equal to 5x. So this will be the first term of the question. So we have x square minus 3x plus 4 when divided by 5x cube minus 13x square plus 15x plus 7. The first term of the question becomes 5x, and then we will find the product of the first term of the question with the divisor. Let's do it orally. So it will be, so the product of a monomial. So in the previous video I have discussed about how do we do multiplication of algebraic expressions, that is product of two monomials, product of a polynomial and a monomial. So if you have not watched that video, you can watch that video to get the idea. So when we multiply, the product of 5x and the divisor will be 5x multiplied by x square, that is 5x cube, 5x multiplied by minus 3x, that is minus 15x square, 5x multiplied by 4, that is 20x. We will have to subtract this from the dividend. Now the sign of all the terms of the product will change. So 5x cube, its sign will change from positive to negative. Minus 15x square, its sign will change from negative to positive, and 20x, its sign will change from positive to negative. Now if you do the subtraction, 5x cube minus 5x cube cancels out, and we have minus 13x square and plus 15x square, that becomes 2x square. 15x and minus 20x becomes minus 5x. So now I will bring the next term from the dividend. So this is the remainder becomes 2x square minus 5x. Now I will append the next term from the dividend, which is 7, with the remainder, and this which now becomes the current dividend. So the current dividend is 2x square minus 5x plus 7, and we will continue with the long division method. So now I have to do 2x square. So now instead of, I hope you have understood the idea. So 2x square minus 5x plus 7 is the current dividend. So what will be the next term in the question? I will divide the first term of the divisor of the first term of the dividend, which is 2x square, with the first term of the divisor, which is x square. So the next term in the question will be 2x square divided by x square, which is 2. So I will append 2 with the question, and I will find the product of the current term in the question, that is 2, with the divisor, and subtract that from the dividend. So I have 2x square minus 6x plus 8. I will subtract. So the sign of 2x square will be minus, sign of minus 6x will be plus, sign of minus 8 plus 8 will be minus. So if you do the subtraction, 2x square minus 2x square cancels out, minus 5x plus 6x becomes x, 7 minus 8 is 1. Now at this stage you can see that the remainder is not 0, the remainder is x minus 1, it is not 0, but its degree, the degree of the remainder is 1, which is less than the degree of the divisor. The degree of the divisor is 2. So the long division method ends, and we are getting a remainder. So this implies that we can say, that in a division, if you divide, let's say if you divide let's say a number y, the dividend is y and the divisor is x and the quotient is z, and after some long division method the remainder is let's say p, the remainder is p, then we say that y is equal to x z plus p, we say. So y is equal to xz plus p. So similarly, we now say for this division of to polynomials, we can say that 5 xx cube minus 3 x square plus 15x plus 7, which is the dividend, is equal to the divisor multiplied by the quotient, that is divisor is x square minus 3x plus 4 multiplied by the quotient is 5x plus 2, this plus the remainder is x minus 1. So in this long division, in this division of the two given polynomials, the quotient is 5x plus 2 and the remainder is x minus 1. So this is the concept of how do we divide two polynomials. One thing, the important thing you must know is that the long division method will end if the remainder becomes 0 or the degree of the remainder is less than the degree of the divisor. Now let's do some selected problems from the exercise 6C. I have tick marked the problems which I will solve. Okay. So the first problem is dividing division of two monomials. So we have to divide 24x square y cube by the monomial 3xy. So what do? We first divide the coefficient of the coefficient. We first find the division of the coefficient, that is 24 divided by 3. This becomes the coefficient of the result, and then we divide the literal coefficients of the two monomials, that is x square y cube divided by x y. So this becomes 24 by 3 is 8, and then you arrange the powers of the same literals, group the powers of the same literals. So we have x square by x multiplied by y cube by y. So this becomes x multiplied by x multiplied by y square. This is equal to x 8 y square. Okay. Let's do part 2. We have to divide 36 x y z square by minus 9 x z. Minus 9 x z. Okay. So first we do the division of the coefficients, that is 36 divided by minus 9, and then we divide the literal coefficients. The literal coefficient of the first monomial is x y z square, and the literal coefficient of the second monomial is x z. Okay. If you simplify the division of coefficients, it is minus 4. Okay. And now you group the powers of the same literals. X by x multiplied by y multiplied by z square by z. This is equal to minus 4y and z. Okay. Let's do the third one. So while I am solving the problem, you can pause the video and take a screenshot of the solution if you think it will help you as a reference. Third is minus 72 x square y square z by minus 12 x y and z. Okay, first we do the division of the coefficients, that is minus 72 divided by minus 12, and then we divide the two literal coefficients, that is x square y square z divided by x y z. If you simplify, one second friend, I will have some water. Okay, uh, so we have this. Now if you simplify the uh, if you simplify the simplify the division of the coefficients, it is 6. It is 6, and then you group the powers of the same literals, x square by x multiplied by y square by y, and then multiplied by z by z. So now using the laws of exponents, you know this will be 6x y, 6xy. Okay. Number 4 is minus 56 mn p square divided by 7 mn p. Okay, so this is minus 756 by 7 multiplied by mn p square divided by mn p. This is equal to minus 8 m by m n by n and p square by p. This becomes minus 8 p, minus 8 p. Okay, so that was a division of two monomials, problem number 1. Okay, now let's do division of a polynomial by a monomial, that is problem number 2. Let's do the first one. We have to find the polynomial is 5m cube minus 30 m square plus 45 m. We have to divide it by the monomial 5m. So how do we do? How do we divide a polynomial by a monomial? We divide all the terms by the monomial and add the results. So this is equal to 5m cube divided by 5m plus the second term is minus 30 m square divided by 5m, and the third term of the polynomial is 45m, that divided by the monomial 5m. If you simplify using the laws of exponents and the cancellation of the numbers, we get 5 cancels out and m cube by m is m square. For the second term, minus 30 by 5 is minus 6 and m square by m is m. And for the third one, 45 divided by 5 is 9 and m by m and mm cancels out. So this is the result. Okay, let's do. I will not do. I think the division of polynomial by a monomial is quite straightforward and easy, but for the sake of illustration, I will do number 4. number 4, which is 12x to the power 4. The polynomial is 12x to the power 4 plus 8x cube minus 6x square, this divided by minus 2x square. So this will be equal to we divide all the terms of the polynomial by the monomial and add the results. So 12 x to the first term is the first term of the polynomial, that is the dividend, is 12x to the power 4, that divided by minus 2x square, plus the second term of the polynomial is 8x cube, that divided by the divisor, that is the monomial minus 2x square, and finally the third term of the polynomial is minus 6x square, that divided by the monomial minus 2x square. Okay, now you have to just use the laws of exponents and do the cancellation of the numbers. So 12 divided by minus 2 is minus 6, and x to the power 4 divided by x to the x square is x square. Then 8 divided by minus 2 is minus 4, and x cube divided by x square is x, and then minus 6 divided by minus 2 is plus 3, and x square gets cancelled out. So we have this as the result. Okay, so that was a division of a polynomial by a monomial. Now let's do a division of two polynomials, and now all the problems we have to find the quotient as well as the remainder, if there is any remainder. Okay, let's do problem number 3. So we have to find x square minus 4x plus 4 divided by x minus 2. We can see that both the divisor and the dividend are already arranged in descending order of the degrees of the terms. That is, the terms are already the degrees of the terms are already from highest to lowest. So now the first term of the quotient, will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor, that is x. So x becomes the first term of the quotient. So we start the long division method. We have the dividend as x square minus 4x plus 4, and we know the first term of the quotient will be x. And now we find the product of the first term of the quotient with the divisor. That need to be subtracted from the dividend. So x multiplied by x minus 2 is x square minus 2x. You have to find the remainder. Now the sign of x square is plus, so its sign will become negative because we are subtracting. The sign of minus 2x is negative, it will become positive. So if you do the subtraction, x square minus x square cancels out. Minus 4x plus 2x is minus 2x. And then you bring down the next term from the dividend, that is plus 4, and append it with the remainder, which becomes minus 2x plus 4. Now minus 2x plus 4 now becomes the current dividend. Again, you have to find the next term of the quotient. What will be the next term of the quotient? It will be the first term of the dividend, that is minus 2x. The first term of the dividend is minus 2x, and the first term of the divisor is x. So minus 2x by x is minus 2. So minus 2 will be the next term of the quotient. So minus 2. And now you will find the product of minus 2 and the divisor, and the product need to be subtracted from the dividend. So what is x minus 2 multiplied by minus 2? It is minus 2x plus 4. So we have minus 2x. The product of the current term and the divisor need to be subtracted from the current dividend. So they are same. and obviously there will be no remainder. So the long division method ends here, and we can say that quotient of the long division method is equal to x minus 2 and remainder is 0. There is no remainder. So we are asked to find the quotient and the remainder. Okay. Let's do problem number 8. Problem number 8 is 6x square, dividend is 6x square minus 31x plus 47, and the divisor is 2x minus 5. The divisor is 2x minus 5. We can see both the dividend and the divisor are already, the terms of both the dividend and the divisor are already arranged in the ascending order of their degrees. So the first term of the question will be 6x square divided by 2x. That is the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor. This is equal to 3x. This is equal to 3x. So we start the division process. 2x minus 5 is the divisor, and 6x square minus 31x plus 47 is the dividend. The first term of the question is 3x. We find the product of the first term of the question with the divisor. It becomes, and that product need to be subtracted from the dividend. The product becomes 6x square minus 15x. We have to subtract the product from the dividend. So 6x square, its sign changes from positive to negative, and minus 15x, its sign changes from negative to positive. Now if you do the subtraction, we have 6x square minus 6x square cancels out, and we have minus 31x plus 15x, which is minus 16x. Now we bring down the next term, so the remainder is minus 16x, and we see there are still terms left in the dividend. That is, there is one more term, 47, remaining in the dividend. If we bring that term and append it with the remainder, which becomes the new dividend. So minus 16x plus 47 is now the new dividend. So the next term in the question will be the first term of the now you can see the remainder is minus 16x plus 47. It is not 0, and also the degree of the remainder is 1 and the degree of the divisor is also 1. We end the long division method only when the degree of the remainder becomes less than the degree of the divisor, or the remainder is 0. So the next term of the question will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor. This is equal to minus 8. So minus 8 becomes the next term of the question, minus 8. Now you will find the product of minus 8 with the divisor. So 2x minus 5 multiplied by minus 8 is equal to minus 16x plus 40. Minus 16x plus 40. So we have minus 16x plus 40. You subtract the product from the current dividend. So it will be 7. It will be 7. So there is a remainder 7, and the remainder 7, its degree is 0, which is less than the degree of the divisor, which is 1. So the long division method ends here, and we can say that quotient is equal to 3x minus 8 and remainder is equal to 7. Remainder is equal to 7. Okay. Let's do problem number 9. The dividend is 2x cube plus x square minus 5x minus 2, and the divisor is 2x plus 3. We can see that both the dividend and the divisor are already arranged. The terms of both the dividend and the divisor are already arranged in descending order of their degrees. So the first term of the quotient will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor which is equal to x square. So we start the long division process. 2x plus 3 is the divisor and 2x cube plus x square minus 5x minus 2 is the dividend. The first term of the question is x square. You find the product of the first term of the question with the divisor that need to be subtracted from the dividend. So the product becomes, the product of the first term of the question and the divisor is 2x cube plus 3x square. Okay. If you do the subtraction, the sign of 2x cube will become negative. The sign of 3x square will also be negative. Now if you do the subtraction, 2x cube minus 2x cube cancels out, and x square minus 3x square becomes minus 2x square. And you can see the remainder, the degree is 2, which is greater than the degree of the divisor. So we must carry on with the division process. So we bring down the next term from the dividend and append it with the remainder. Append it with the next term in the dividend is minus 5x. We will append that with the remainder, and minus 2x square minus 5x becomes the current dividend. Now the next term in the quotient will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor, which is equal to minus x, which is equal to minus x. Okay. So so minus x becomes the next term of the question, and we have to find the product of minus x with the divisor, minus x with the divisor, which is equal to minus 2x square and minus 3x. The product need to be subtracted from the current dividend. So we have minus 2x square minus 3x. If we do the subtraction, the sign of the terms of the product, that is minus 2x square plus 3x, changes from negative to plus. And if you do the subtraction, we have minus 2x square plus 2x square, that cancels out, and minus 5x plus 3x is minus 2x. Now we see that the degree of the remainder minus 2x is 1, and the degree of the divisor is also 1. So still we have to continue with the division process. Now there is one more term left in the dividend, which is minus 2, that need to be appended to the remainder, and we get minus 2x minus 2 as the current dividend. Okay. Now the next term of the question will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor, which is equal to minus 1. So minus 1 will become the next term of the question, and we have to find the product of minus 1 and 2x minus 1 with the divisor. So that becomes minus 2x minus 3. We have to subtract, we have to do the subtraction, and we will have minus 2x plus 2x cancels out, minus 2 plus 3 is 1. Now the remainder is not 0, the remainder is 1, which is not 0, but the degree of the remainder is 0, which is less than the degree of the divisor, which is 1. So the division process will end, and hence we can say that question is equal to x square minus x minus 1, and remainder is 1. Okay. Let's do the next problem, which is 11. the dividend is x to the power 4 minus 2x cube plus 2x square plus x plus 4, and the divisor is x square plus x plus 1. In this problem also, all the terms of the dividend and the divisor are already arranged in descending order of their degrees. So the first term of the question will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor, which is equal to x square. So x square is the first term of the question. So we start the division process. X square plus x plus 1 is the divisor, and x to the power 4 minus 2x cube plus 2x square plus x plus 4 is the dividend. So the first term of the question is x square, and we have to find, we have to subtract the product of the first term of the question with the divisor. So the product of the first term of the question and the divisor is x to the power 4 plus x cube plus x square. If you do the subtraction, you will have x to the power 4 minus x to the power 4 cancels out, minus 2x cube and minus x cube become minus 3x cube, 2x square minus x square becomes plus x square. Okay. Now we see that the remainder is minus 3x cube plus x square. Its degree is 3, which is greater than the degree of the divisor. So we will carry on with the division process. We will bring down the next term from the dividend and append it with the remainder to get the new dividend. Minus 3x cube plus x square plus x is the new dividend. Now we will have to find the next term in the question, which will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor. Minus 3x cube divided by x square is equal to minus 3x, minus 3x. So minus 3x becomes the next term of the question, minus 3x. Okay. Now we have to find the product of minus 3x and the divisor and subtract that from the dividend. So minus 3x multiplied by the divisor becomes minus 3x cube minus 3x square minus 3x. If we do the subtraction, the sign changes. So we have minus 3x cube plus 3x cube cancels out. X square plus 3x square becomes 4x square. X plus 3x becomes 4x. And we see the remainder is 4x square plus 4x. Its degree is 2, which is equal to the degree of the divisor. So we will have to carry on with the long division process. We now bring the next term from the dividend, which is 4, and append it with the remainder to get the new dividend. Okay. Now the next term of the question will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor. 4x square divided by x square is 4. So 4 will be the next term of the question, and the product of the 4 and the divisor is 4x square plus 4x plus 4. As you can see, if we subtract that from the dividend, it becomes there is no remainder. So the division process ends here, and we can say that the quotient is equal to x square minus 3x plus 4, and there is no remainder. That is, remainder is equal to 0. Problem number 12. Now problem number 12 is very similar to 11. I will not do it. Problem number 13 is also similar. I will not do it. I will do the last one. Let's do the last one, that is problem number 15. Let's do the problem number 15. The dividend is x to the power 4 plus 10x cube minus 5x square minus 4x plus 1, and the divisor is 2x square plus x minus 1. Okay, we can see that the terms of all the terms of the dividend and the divisor are already arranged in descending order of their degrees. Okay, so the first term of the question will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor, which is equal to 4x square. Okay, so we start the division process. The divisor is 2x square plus x minus 1. The dividend is 8x to the power 4 plus 10x cube minus 5x square minus 4x plus 1. So the first term of the question is 4x square, and we have to find the product of 4x square and the divisor and subtract that from the dividend. So the product becomes 8x to the power 4 plus 4x cube minus 4x square. So the sign changes, minus minus plus. So 8x to the power 4 cancels out. 10x cube minus 4x cube is 6x cube. Minus 5x square plus 4x square is minus x square. We see the remainder is having degree 3, which is greater than the degree of the divisor. So we have to proceed with the division. So we see that there are more terms in the dividend left. The next term in the dividend is minus 4x. We append that with the remainder to give the next dividend. So now we have to find the next term in the question, which will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor, which is equal to 3x. So 3x becomes the next term of the question, and we have to subtract the product of 3x with the divisor from the product of 3x and divisor from the dividend. So the product of 3x and the divisor is 6x cube plus 3x square minus 3x. If you subtract that from the dividend, we have 6x cube cancels out, minus x square minus 3x square is minus 4x square, and minus 4x plus 3x is minus x. We can see that the degree of the remainder is 2 and the degree of the divisor is 2. So we have to still proceed on with the long division method. So the next term in the question will be, okay, so now we have the remainder minus 4x square minus x, and we have still terms left in the dividend, which is one more term left in the dividend, which is plus 1. So we will have to append this with the current remainder to give the next dividend. Now the next term of the question will be the first term of the dividend divided by the first term of the divisor. So this becomes minus 2x. So the next term in the question is minus 2x, and the product of minus 2x and the divisor is, which we have to subtract the product of minus 2x and divisor from the dividend. So the product of minus 2x and divisor is minus 4. I think there is a problem. Sorry, this cannot be. Oh, the divisor is the first term of the divisor is 2x square. So the next term of the question will be minus 2. It will be minus 2. Okay. So the product of minus 2 and the divisor is minus 4x square minus 2x plus 2. If you do the subtraction, sign changes. Minus 4x square plus 4x square cancels out. Minus x plus 2x is x. plus 1 minus 2 is minus 1. And now we see that the degree of the remainder is 1, which is less than the degree of the divisor. So the division stops here. And we have question is equal to 4x square plus 3x minus 2, and the remainder is equal to x minus 1. So this brings to an end in solving the selected problems on division of polynomials from the exercise 6C of the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. I hope this video will be beneficial to you in understanding how we do division of two polynomials, that is algebraic expressions. If this video was beneficial, then please like it, share it with your friends, and once again, please support me by subscribing to my channel, and do not forget to press the bell icon so that you will be notified by my future videos. In the next video, so this brings up, okay, so there is one more topic left from this chapter, which is algebraic identities or special multiplication of algebraic expressions. What is the name of the topic? The name of the topic is some special products. There are some special products or algebraic identities we need to understand, and we need to know which will be applied thoroughly in solving various kinds of problems. Once we do that, we will solve some problems of the exercise 6D, and then we will solve the objective questions of exercise 6E, which will bring to an end of the chapter of algebraic operations on algebraic expressions. And after that, I will prepare 2 sample test paper on this chapter, which will consist of 10 problems, MCQ problems. And also I will keep on making 10 good problems on this chapter in the other playlist, that is Maths 8 HOT. HOT stands for high order problems, high order thinking, where I prepare and solve some harder problems on a chapter, problems which are relatively a bit harder from the problems that we solve from the textbook of author RS Aggarwal. So please stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and until the next video, take care and bye.